Okay, so oh, maybe the lighting should be a little better. Turn on the light. Okay. Yeah, so I decided to follow up on yesterday's video. So I went out and I got like a few things to make myself feel better. And then I just, you know, stayed in for the weekend. It's just how things are for me now during the pandemic. But I just wanted to show, like, you know, my evening rituals, my routine, how I'm looking, you know, with a sore neck, but you know, end of the day, without makeup, and just doing some skin facials. It's been going really well. You know, I just listened to my facialist, and I've got just one, Liz, from Clarins, and I do all the stuff she tells me to do. And then on top of that, I go on Cult Beauty, Space and K, and I get the best stuff. Right now, I mean, I can't say I have any favorites, no favorites whatsoever. But I'm trying to look, and I cannot find it, so weird. Oh, here it is. Yes, this one. This one is really great because I mean it's like 100 pounds, and it's only a very small bottle. You know, it's vitamin C, and it's supposed to be just for, you know, like spots around the eyes and, like, you know, puffy eyes. But for me, it's called the Omorovicza. For me, it's the Illumini, but for me, instead of putting it just around the eyes, I put it all over the face. It's kind of an indulgence because, see, it's Omorovicza. It's, see? Illumini. They've got another one, which is also from the same series, Illumini C, but it's for just the face, and it's got lesser ingredients. It's a little less expensive. But I decided I'm just going to put this one all over my face. So that's what I do. Then, of course, there's the Kate Somerville, the Peptide K8 during the daytime. And yes, I really love that lady because she's an American woman. She's in her 50s, so she's a little older than us, but she's gorgeous. She looks like she's from Texas. Perfect hair, perfect skin, makeup, everything. And she, you know, whatever she puts on her face, like, she makes it herself. It's unbelievable. And it's so interesting because so many of my friends are, you know, very important chemists, engineers, or doctors, you know, surgeons, plastic, everything. I mean, I've said this many times, but, you know, over the years, all of my friends have become world's best at everything, except me. I'm not, you know, all of my friends are now world's best at everything, but for me, I'm not best at anything. I just, you know, make sure everybody stays happy, stays together, and you know, no matter what people say, I still love everybody so much. But what else is going on? So I'm really into, I mean, everybody knows I love fashion, but actually I also love lingerie. And you know, right now I'm going on a diet. So I want to show my body, like, before I go on my diet, you know, because my neck really hurts. And actually, I'm not even 5'5". And normally, you know, for, you know, all my, for photos and everything, I'm, you know, a little bit thinner. Everything is sharper. So I'm going on a diet, and I told everybody yesterday I'm starting the diet plan from this online class, Dr. Berg. And I started it. He's really good. He's not a scam. So that's great. Hopefully 2 weeks later, I'm gonna look a little thinner than this. But I love lingerie anyways, and this is a Blue Bella. It's actually a wonderful brand because the designer is a British lady. Her name's Emily. I don't know her last name. And she just made this really luxurious lingerie brand on her own, like in the, you know, mid-2000s. And now it's one of the big ones, you know. It's up there with like Victoria's Secret and everything. And you know, I like to light the candles. See, this is like my evening bath. I put Epsom salts into my bath, and then I light up some lemon verbena candles, mostly from Be Kind. But also, you know, I really love, you know, the big lingerie brands. So I started buying like eye masks, and I really like this one, which comes in a little pouch, and it's actually an Olivia von Hawley eye mask, and you can, you know, wear it on the plane when you want to go to bed, and it's either way. So this way it's very classic, but this way then the print matches exactly the silk print of the pouch that it comes with. So I love Olivia von Hawley. I like Blue Bella. I like the big ones actually. My favorite is Agent Provocateur, but I need to go back to my original weight for Agent. I think these are like either Kiki de Montparnasse, or these are a bit like Victoria's Secret. So I'm hoping I can go back to my normal weight within 1 month. So by September or October, I'm just gonna eat less carbs and you know, make lots of smoothies. Yeah, so this is my evening look. I just put up my hair. It's just a little tight. I'm not actually bulging out anywhere. The one nice thing about me is that I'm very disciplined, and this is the fattest I go. Now I'm on a diet, so I never develop like you know, cellulose, you know, like the creases. I don't, nothing on my skin. Everything is just very normal looking. And then I'm thinking for my diet this week, you know, each week I only want to focus on one special thing. So I'm going to focus on making my healthy foods and using my air fryer. So, you know, these are like, and the Kenwood, see, the Kenwood blenders arrived, which means I can cut up my vegetables and then fry them. Any oil. So my only goal for this week is probably to learn to make zucchini chips without deep frying them in oil and just putting it in the air fryer. So it's like got no calories and tastes really good. Yeah, I mean, I know this looks a little bit maybe a little bit risque, but it's okay. Just wear something nice to feel good at home. You know, my friends and I were not really you know, we love Halloween, but you know, dressing too crazy, sometimes we don't do it all the time, only sometimes, you know. When I went to a Halloween party in my mid-20s, I went with Matt and Will, and that was the year after my breakup with my only serious boyfriend from my 20s. So I went out, but only with good friends. And Matt and Will, of course, are my closest friends all the way back from college. And we went to parties together to meet people. And we went to a Halloween party together. But Matt and Will didn't dress up. And so many people at the party were dressed up, but Matt and Will just wore their normal, you know. I mean, they're both really, really handsome guys. And people wonder, wow, you know, they're like, your two guy friends are so handsome. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. But they didn't dress up for Halloween, for the parties. And for me, I wanted to look pretty. So if I put, you know, too much stuff on my face, it might cover my face. And I want to meet some boys who might chase after me. So I have to show my face and my body. So I just wore a normal pair of jeans with like a black top. And I decided to dress to like call myself a bunny. And I did that just by getting the bunny tail, like a pom-pom. And then I stuck it to the back, like right at the bottom of my jeans. So I had a pom-pom behind me. And then a couple guys came at the Halloween party, and they said, oh, what are you dressed as tonight? You're just, you know, wearing like jeans and a t-shirt. But and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be a bunny because there's a pom-pom with a bunny tail behind me. And then the people said, oh, you're a very pretty bunny. And I'm like, oh, thank you. But you know, I always like just the same kind of guys. And you know, I didn't have that much experience, and I never realized how Matt might feel about me, you know? So yeah, like, you know, Will would actually find some nice guys, you know, 5 years ahead of us from Harvard. You know, he was Asian, so probably it would satisfy my parents. So Will would see one of those at the parties and say, hey, I got a friend. She's like one of my best friends from school. She's here with me. She's really pretty. You should meet her. And then, you know, that's kind of how guys would ask me for my number. Nothing very special. You know, normally I look prettier though. I mean, right now, like I'm doing a facial, I'm going, you know, bedtime, and it's how I am, you know, when I'm not, when I'm, right before I go to bed. Normally when I go out, I look a little nicer. But, yeah, it was just, how things were, because, like, you know, the thing for me is, I didn't really have experience, like, actually living with a boy. I've only lived with one boy, and oh, that was Shen. But the thing is, you know, it didn't work out, and I think it's because he was like way more experienced than me. You know, like Matt and I were like pretty much best friends, and we're like around the same age and went to school together and stuff. You know, he was at my 21st birthday. We had wine together for the first time in our lives. We did everything. You know, all of our firsts were together, like just really good friends. But for Shen, you know, the one that didn't work out, he was like 5 or 6 years ahead of me. And when he started chasing me, although we were in the same school, my second school after Harvard, he already worked for like 3 or 4 years before coming back. But for me, I didn't work at all. I just finished school and then I went to my second school, MIT. And that wasn't the case for Shen. Like, he, you know, worked as a consultant, he traveled to places, he taught for 1 or 2 years. He's, you know, met so many people, he's done many things in his community already, you know. He's got a city where he belongs and he's worked there. You know, he's completely adult. So I felt maybe that was why he's just like he's ahead of me, which meant that he might think faster than me, or you know, be smarter than me and at things that I didn't pay attention to yet because I was younger. I never went out to work before. I never experienced life as a city girl in New York or Boston, where he was. You know, it was entirely new for me. But he had already done, you know, he had experienced being like a city girl or a city boy for many years before, and already knew what it was. He knew what it was like to start your first job in your life, and all the, you know, all the complicated things that come with starting a job and learning new skills. He'd done all that already, and I had not, you know. So we were in different stages of our lives, and maybe it's okay if a guy's older than you, if he's understanding, but you know, if he doesn't like that the girl is less experienced and has all these things she's going through, you know, as a younger person, you know, doing many things for the first time, then it wouldn't really work out, you know. So that's why, yeah, that's why you know, we're all like, in my friend circle, you know, we're all like so comfortable together. And yeah, I remember all of that stuff, you know, and actually I became, even happier. I was happy with the boyfriend, but afterwards, even happier because, like, you know, Matt and Will and I, we'd go out and just do normal friend stuff, go out with all my girlfriends like I talk about all the time. You know, yesterday I said I joined a gym membership. 2 actually. I had 2 gym memberships because one was at the Goldman Sachs gym. I was actually an investment banking girl at Goldman Sachs. And that's because I guess my boss, Richard McNeil, thought I have a good behavior. So I'm good in relationships. I'm sort of a salesy person, but a smart one. So that's why I was like an investment banker for a few years. And, you know, the guys kind of like that. You know, Matt likes it because he's a banker in a different sense. He makes investment decisions. He makes really, you know, serious calculations. He handles large amounts of money really quickly. He's a trader. He's an investor. And maybe Shen also kind of the same, you know, like Matt, different jobs, but he's a thinker. You know, normally the guys in my life, they're not salesy. They're not, you know, they don't like to be selling stuff to a client all the time. So, you know, they tend to, or at least around me, they don't act like a salesman, kind of just quiet and stuff. And that's comfortable. That's my comfort zone. But, well, Well, what was my point? I guess my point was, well, one difference between me and Matt, because Matt's second gym, he was at the Morgan Stanley gym. That's his company. Same as me, he had a gym, company gym, but, you know, same as me, he was like, you know, I don't want to, like, work my muscles and, like, get a trainer working out in front of my colleagues. You know, I'm a respected person, a very highly respected person in my company. I don't want people seeing me working out in my gym clothes, all sweaty. So I go to the Morgan Stanley gym for a couple things. But then, you know, he got a second gym membership. But different from me, it wasn't Equinox. Because he said, you know, he's already got one. The second one, it's going to be the cheap gym membership because it's close to where he lives. And so that means he just saves time because he even runs to the gym in his gym clothes. And he said that gives him a couple of minutes. He's run a mile already, running on the streets. Run on the streets all the way to the gym, like a cheaper gym. And that gym just has the treadmill, and he just gets on there and he does his 20-minute run, and he's already covered 4 or 5 miles or something, because he said, I don't have time, you know, with my job, so that means I have to run really fast to burn the same calories. If you run really fast, you don't need to spend much time in the gym. That's what he said. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. But, you know, I'm like a slow runner. And for me, I got the Equinox membership, like I said. Other than the Goldman Gym, which is only for like aerobics dancing, I joined the Equinox, which is the prettiest one in New York. And part of it is because I like my trainer, Ed. He's very good. And it's more expensive, but the funny thing is I run less than Matt does. I don't run as many miles as he does. But it's my second gym, and still I only go for 20 minutes. And I just do some stretching and I wear some nice outfits. But I want it to be a nice one, and I feel very happy, very pretty inside. You know, some of the classes are too difficult for me. So I just do the girly stuff, you know, stretching, and then Ed Coda will do the program for me, which suits my body because I'm very small. But, you know, it's the most expensive, most pretty gym in New York, and still I have to join it, you know, because it's pretty. And, you know, right now it's the pandemic. My parents put a limit on my credit card, but before they didn't put a limit on my credit card. And before, a long time ago, I also had a job on top of that. So, you know, after the pandemic, when life is normal, it'll be a lot of fun, pretty places again. But, you know, I guess right now it's nice for my parents to get to know me, and they know, like, because I lived away from home for many years. Now they know how I spend my money, because in the pandemic, you know, there's more time, and they put a limit on my credit card. And I'm pretty good about it. I don't really do anything crazy, but, you know, I show people what I bought, just nice clothes, good food, but I'm not seeing my friends' things are pretty simple. But after the pandemic, it'll be, you know, back to before. So, you know, lovely events, cocktails, fashion shows. I won't be working anymore, so I hope to do some charities. The ones that organize fancy balls, but most importantly for the important needs, people in need in America, You know, things that are impactful. So yeah, this is my weekend. Oh, and speaking of the weekend, so looking at this, I had this painting, which honestly I don't think is my style, but on Etsy.com, I didn't expect it to come out this way. And I was looking for something more like a white marble kind of a painting, because you know my furniture is already really busy and stuff. And this is just a temporary apartment. It's more like a dollhouse that my parents put me inside. So, you know, nothing too crazy, but I looked on Amazon, you know, reliable places that I know will send me the stuff, and couldn't find something perfect on Amazon. So I went back on Etsy last night, and they actually had something I wanted. And the reason I bought it right away, then it's just a little over $100, and it's getting sent over by September. You know, I had been looking around in Amazon for so long, and then on Etsy I had searched just for this kind of thing, compared, you know, the conditions of all the different choices. And then they kind of pressured me because it was low price, but also that there were 20 people who wanted to buy that same thing, and it was the last one available. So, and it was just white marble with some gold lining, you know, a little bit of sparkle. So it would be like a more kind of it would be like a more white sort of a back. It would be like more of a white sort of a background, and it wouldn't be, well, this would be gone. So it would be more like, you know, without these. So it would be more like a white, you know, white, kind of a silvery gray, and then just a white background here, and you know, everything kind of in order. This is my other corner where it's not organized, you know. My neck is hurting right now, so I can't do everything at once. But you know, I think because I like to do things really nicely, really slowly. So, well, not really slowly, slower than my super smart friends who do everything really fast. So I think this year I'm going to focus on just the living room. Forget about getting a nicer headboard for my bedroom. Focus on the living room, make it more in order, and then call up my Chinese teacher that all of you guys have met online. Meet up with her again for lessons. Take some Chinese and French classes. You know, get ready for like group trips to France and stuff like that. And then it's just probably moving back to New York or something after the pandemic. And right now I have to lose the pandemic weight. And I can't do that with exercise because of my neck does really hurt a little bit, not too much. I can walk around, but it's got to get better. So that's why I'm taking the classes from Dr. Berg, and he's into low carb and, you know, just change the way you eat. So probably I had my last meal a few hours ago, and I'm just gonna have, you know, some drinks and then have my next meal tomorrow afternoon. You know, eat less, eat you know, for fewer hours in the day. Like he said, he only eats between 1 and 6 or something. It's pretty extreme, but you know, you don't have to take every piece of his advice. You just take some of it. So I mean, although you only, you know, see it on YouTube, it's been like almost 10 years since I've been following him. Or maybe almost 5 years since I've started following all his daily YouTubes. He's appropriate. He's married. He's a chiropractor. You can ask him about your neck problems. And everything's safe because I like I talked about, all my doctors, all my doctors are really some of the world's most famous doctors. They love me. They don't give me bad pills. They won't let me take too much of anything, but they just always watch me and monitor my health. So I feel very safe. And, I just want to think of what TV show to watch. What TV show to watch next. And, well, I'm pretty consistent. I always follow the same people. So, I've been following the charities for the children and also for, people who are autistic. I've talked about that. I like Autism Speaks, and then they follow families who have these autistic, members, like the one I talked about, the Ma's. They have their beautiful daughter, Abby. She's nonverbal, and she does what the people call stimming, which means autistic people who have involuntary body movements. They have to keep flapping their arms or something, and she's nonverbal. But the family deals with it so beautifully. And the wife is called Scylla, and she helps out in a beauty makeup company, and she also has shows for her recipes, not just her hair and makeup, but cooking recipes. And I bought my air fryer because of her. She started cooking on an air fryer to lose weight, and she's so beautiful, and it's like classic American. She might be over 200 pounds, but she's beautiful. It's so American. And then she's like, going on a diet and buying an air fryer and making Super Bowl snacks. It's just so nice to watch. And following that, of course, I've been following Understood, the Understood charity, all American people, all American charities. This one because my first of my two serious boyfriends, Alan, that everybody knows that the party boy, Alan, he's amazing. He's an investor now, and he's very good. He's really loyal, and his wife is gorgeous. But Alan, I think, helps out on the side, on the board or something of Understood, and they focus on the children with these types of problems. So Autism Speaks is for everybody of any age, and Understood is mainly for kids. And it's fun to follow kids. Because I think a few months ago, I was stopped on the streets, I think by the UNHCR, which I believe is different from UNICEF, though they're both under UN. I need to look that up. And I've now become a regular donor, very small amount, to the UNHCR of Hong Kong, I think. And that's also focused on children, but it's more broad. It's not just with disabled needs, but just anybody who's poor, who's suffering, especially, I think, the ones from countries with catastrophes or like political turmoil. If I got it right. So, I love to follow the social media even in the pandemic, and there's so many helpful things. When I look at charities, I feel happy because although, I also suffer trauma and there are many things I don't know, but there are other people in, charities that I can help, and they're in need, and they're American. And so there's a lot you can do and feel better. So there's just so many things going on in the world, and I read a little bit sometimes. Of course, many of my friends are some of the world's top investors, so I follow some articles once in a while. So when I'm in a big party, as in a really fancy one, where everybody who's anybody is there, there's no topic I cannot follow, you know, because I keep up on all the different types of things people talk about. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just feeling really happy on the weekend, and then, you know, well, I love my Olivia von Hall. This is the Olivia von Hall, my Olivia von Hall silk series, all that stuff. But I've been liking this the best. Oops. Yeah. So I think I might keep this on tomorrow, and maybe just pair it with like a top, like a black top. Like something, just pair it maybe with, I don't know, yeah, I might just pair it with like a black lace top or something. Let's see. Yeah, and yes, here we go. No, I think what am I gonna do? Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm thinking, you know, if it's hot out, because I love Olivia von Hall, and I love, well, my provocateur. This is my, you know, I like this. So maybe if I just put like a black jacket on top outside for tomorrow, and this is the back. I have a Dries Van Noten jacket, which I love to wear because it's black and it covers my small shoulders. It's very straight, but it's short, and the bottom third is white. So it's always a little bit special, but the shape is perfect. So I'm wondering if I should just wear this tomorrow, or if I pair this with like a black lace top with ruffled, you know, sleeves and everything. Wondering what I'm gonna wear tomorrow, you know, just a very easy, normal, simple life these days. And then thinking when I can go to a great supermarket to buy, because they have the organic vegetables from abroad that you can get, the best ones from great supermarket, and then they deliver them. And after that, I can use my new blender and chopper and then try the air fryer. And that's all I have going on this week. Recover my neck, go to physiotherapy. I have a couple of doctors, you know, one wants to get surgery done. I won't do it in Asia. Surgery, I'm gonna leave it to the surgeons in the States and all my good friends who are some of the best in the world in this subject. But I have a neurologist and he doesn't believe in surgery. So he's been following up on medications, making me do physio, giving me, telling me that maybe I could get better in 6 months without any, you know, without any thought of surgery, and just, you know, taking the meds, doing the physio. And he said not going out more than 2 times a week. So you only get out of the house 2 times a week. And he said, you know, if you're going to gain weight by moving less, I can give you antidepressants that also keep your appetite down. You know, like, he's cool. He'll give you things to help in different ways. you know. So I have a lot of people helping me, and things are going well. Yeah, I feel very comfortable even talking on camera and everything because my life is very honest, you know. My life is so honest. Anybody who comes to me is either a friend, family, or fan who loves me and will always tell me the same thing, which I will never know. You know, nobody knows who's talking outside, and everybody knows it feels traumatic, and that's all my friends, my fans, my family will ever tell me. So I'm really comfortable saying whatever I want, because everything I say is just good memories, and everything I buy is what I like. And I love to look pretty. I love you know, to still wear nice clothes. Even right now, I can't go to fashion shows in the pandemic, but I still wear nice clothes. You know, so everybody still remembers me, and you know, do things to stay pretty. So this is my bedtime look. I have no makeup on. And right, so this is my bedtime look. I have no makeup on. Yeah. So that's all I'm gonna be up to this coming week. Yeah, I feel really comfortable, you know. On some videos I don't have any makeup on, and this is how I look before I go to bed, but it's okay. You know, all my friends who've seen me, I always look like this. It's okay. Yeah. Just really happy. I didn't have any wrinkles or anything yet. And maybe I gained 2 pounds, but I have no cellulite, no nothing, no wrinkles on any part of my body, so I feel very happy. And everybody can watch me go on a diet. And find out who my forever boyfriend is gonna be. Everybody should help me look for one. And yeah. Yeah, I feel so happy, you know. I know nothing on my face, and just yeah. So just don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen, but you know, people want things to happen soon. The pandemic should be over, and there are lots of people in need, who need help. So that's about it. I don't know what's going on, and yeah. All right, I'm gonna go to bed now.